it's Leonie from Stamper Latte. I'm here to show you today how to make this cute little box using your envelope punch board. It's very simple, a little bit fiddly when you're putting it together, but it is just so nice because it's so different. Okay, so what do we need? We need a piece of Designer Series paper and a piece of cardstock. I've already done the Designer Series paper just to speed up the time of the video, and whatever you do to the cardstock you do to the Designer Series paper as well. Okay, so we just need our envelope punch board. Cardstock and the paper are both 6 by 6 inches. Okay, so we'll just pull out our scorer. So you're just going to pop it into your punch board. Okay, line it up at 3 inches up here. Right, you're going to punch it and score it. Okay, and then you just turn it around, line it up to 3 inches again, punch it and score it. And you're going to do that on all 4 sides of your pieces of paper. Now when you do this with your Designer Series paper or your pattern paper, it's not as thick as cardstock, so don't score it as hard, as you will have a tendency to split the paper or cut the paper when you do that. Okay, so that's all we need the punch board for. Pop that away. And then we're going to get out our Simply Scored board, okay, and our stylus. Now what you need to do, the next step you need to do, is you need to do a score line that goes along that edge of that notch there, at the rise of the notch. So on this 6 by 6 piece, it's at 3/8 of an inch. Now you could make these boxes too, at different sizes. You could make a bigger one. Just start your paper off, say 8 by 8 or 10 by 10, and then just punch and score it at the halfway point on whatever size you use, and that'll give you a couple of different size boxes that you can do with these. So if you made it any smaller, it might be a little bit difficult when we put it together, as you'll see in a little bit. So that's all you have to do, and that's what I've done to that other page there. Now what you need to do here, these little corners where you've got your little squares marked on the corner, you need to cut them out. Now in my classes I've been telling my girls to use the scissors to do that, but I found something that's a little bit easier to use, which is commonly referred to as a square punch. Alright, this is just the 1 inch square punch, and all you need to do for this is just line your square up inside the square and punch it. Too easy. So you're going to do that on all 4 corners. Like so. And then once you've done that, you can then burnish or you fold or burnish all your score lines. Okay, so we'll just fold them in like so, and then your little pieces here. Okay, so that's that one done, and then I'll just fold this one in. This piece of pattern paper, I love the pink and the brown, and the saffron on there as well, is from the Lullaby Designer Series paper. Now you could use it for a baby album or buy baby cards or gifts or anything like that, but there's no actual baby type images on the paper, so you could actually use it for anything at all really, if you just wanted the softer colours. It's quite pretty. Okay, so we've done all of that. Now normally when you put a box together it'll be square like that, but the reason why this one is so unique is because you're actually going to put this triangle here into this opening here, so it's going to be offset like that. So just using our Tombow, I tend to use, when I'm using my Tombow, I tend to use the fine point end, or the tip end, rather than the chisel tip, because then you've got more control over what comes out. Okay, so I'm just going to do one corner at a time. Just line that up there. And using the Tombow gives you the opportunity to maneuver it a little bit. If you use sticky strip to do this, you've got one chance to get it stuck down, and that's it. It's very unforgiving. Okay. Seems to be working. So just hold those in place. I told you it's a little bit fiddly to do this bit, but once you get started, you will see. There we go. Once you get started, you will see it does get easier. So it's just that first join. Okay, and then just do one piece at a time, because you don't want your glue drying up before you get a chance to stick the next panel down. Bit of glue. Should have stuck that bit inside first. Okay. Probably should have been born with smaller hands. Now you're going to stick all these sides down. It's just, you're just going to work your way around and just leave one piece open, just so that you've got somewhere to pop your gift inside for when it's ready to be used, when you want to use it. This would be cute. You could put like a scarf or a shawl inside here. Or some jewellery, chockies, money. Always comes down to the money. Okay, so just a bit of glue there. Open this one up and stick my hand inside just so I get it stick at the right section. We will just leave this last section open. Alright, if you just push your seams in, or your flaps in, that will then just hold together like so. And there's your little box done, or mostly done. Okay, now to close that one up, just going to tie a ribbon, and just tie it around like your corners. And we're going to tie that around in the meantime, just to hold it closed. And when I tie my ribbon around, I like to tie it around the corners here. If you put it over the corners, it tends to hold it closed. This is just the organza ribbon, the white organza ribbon that we've got in the catalogue. As I've run out of the satin that I've been using, which is really, really delicious. So there is your little gift box done. Now if you wanted to jazz that up a little bit, you can, and you can turn it into something like this. Alright, you've got your little happy birthday tag on there. You've got the rose done with the spiral flower die, and these are just a couple of leaves. I've just cut them out from the Flower Patch framelets, and then I've just used my stylus just to put the veins and stuff like that in it. So that makes a lovely little gift. You could put paint some glitter on there, dazzling details, whatever you want to do. So that's your little gift, that's your little box. All right, the instructions are on my website, www.stampalatte.com. So you can download those and create to your heart's content. Okay, so I hope you like this little box that I've made today, and hope you get some uses for it. Thanks for stopping by.
If you wanna play, make it a brighter place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw out